Many in our nation have divided their lives into two parts: their lives before September 11th and their lives after. On that day, in a twisted act of barbarity, 184 souls perished in a single fiery moment in Arlington, Virginia, when American Airlines Flight 77 was deliberately crashed into the Pentagon. This is the story of the people who love these men, women, and children. People who now undertake a mission to ensure the remembrance of those innocents and their supreme but unintended sacrifice.
On 9/11, my husband, Eddie A. Dillard, was murdered.
I lost my wife, Michelle. She was a flight attendant.
There was such a void from the loss of my father.
It was my brother, Dave Lachak.
I lost my wife, Janice Marie Scott.
My husband, Captain Bob Dolan, was killed on 9/11 at the Pentagon.
It was very hard for me to comprehend that all of those close friends and colleagues were lost.
Our loss was immediate, it was irrevocable, and it was ugly.
You know, how will we remember this? We wanted a place that would make people think, but not tell them what to think.
I want people to be able to go there to see what happened on that tragic day. I want people to be able to reflect and to renew.
Well, in America, the memorials there represent the various chapters in our history. But our history is now. That's the reality of it. The chapters are being written as we speak. And this memorial is about our history.
Although you're looking back at an event, you're also thinking about the future.
Well, the Pentagon Memorial is a approximately 2-acre park on the west lawn of the Pentagon, right in front of the facade that was hit.
There was a design competition that was held, and it really kind of came down to this one. That was the one that Keith and Julie have designed, which is the one we've got.
There are 184 memorial units. It's a cast stainless steel bench, essentially, that is cantilevering over an individual pool of water, which I absolutely love. I was very big on having some sort of water at the memorial park. For me, it just has a calming effect.
And it's essentially laid out or spread out in a timeline from the youngest to the oldest, aligned with the flight path of Flight 77.
It will illuminate at night, and it's in the direct path of Reagan National Airport. People who will be on those planes taking off and landing will be able to, especially at night, will be able to see the full illumination of the park.
There's just a place that's quiet, and it's a place where it happened, and it's a place all about respect. In March, we got to see the first prototype poured in St. Louis at the foundry.
And so we saw them pour. There was like a silence that came over the entire group. The next morning was the first shakeout. So this is when they remove all the sand from around the bench. And then everybody in the plant cheered.
What's so unique about this memorial is that it is a tribute to all of us. It is a tribute not just to the 184 victims, but it's a tribute to all of us who were around on September 11th, so we don't forget, so we remember.
As I look at the memorial, I think it's just an incredibly special place where we can share the experience of the tragedy of that day. We can honor the victims who died there, and I can share that with my family and families in the future.
When the memorial is completed and I go there to remember my husband, I will walk in there with such a feeling of pride, of accomplishment, of knowing that he's looking down and he's saying, "You stuck with it? Thank you. You did it for the good of all, not for the good of one."
A perfect example of something good coming out of this evil tragedy. Every time I think about it, it just brings goosebumps, knowing that one of these days that this memorial will be seen by millions of people throughout the world.
For all of us, September 11th was a day of profound loss and sorrow. Those who lost their lives that day were murdered simply because they were living in a free society. Now we ask for your help. Reach into your heart and support the Pentagon Memorial, a memorial to inspire visitors to contemplate what the attack means to them personally, to the country, and to the world. We've all paid severely. Help us create a memorial that translates this terrible crime into a place to remember, reflect, and renew. I'm John Walsh. Thank you.